Don't go to your grandma's funeral and burial. Take care of my child instead. This was the grandma on my dad's side. So my uncle leaves my cousin with me. When she gets home from school, I get out of my high school at 2:05 p.m. She gets out at 2:20 p.m. So yesterday my mom told him I would be going to a funeral and burial today and tomorrow. Even though he was told last week, he still got upset, demanding I stay home to take care of her. So I coldly said no, I won't, although I absolutely hate the people on my dad's side, especially the women. But since we promised we'd be there, nothing can be done about it. You know what, he gives a face like I just killed his wife. Soon he began yelling at me that I must stay behind, so I just calmly but coldly said, if you don't like it, don't work for the day or find yourself a babysitter. And I just glared and lightly kicked his leg when he approached my mom demanding the same thing. Boy sits next to me after calling me a retard, then proceeds to lecture me to be nice. This isn't an entitled parent story, it's a entitled child story. First time post on here. I get out of my class earlier than the other grade levels in my school, so first come on seats. I got my stuff from my locker, then goes in bus, and then I sit down. After I sit down, I put in my earbuds to play the most emo tunes, the campfire song. After like 10 minutes of rocking out, this kid taps my shoulder and says move over retard, then he proceeds to try to tackle me, but I just move over. He proceeds to sit down and say, you know you have to pay attention to your surrounding, right? I proceeded to say back, no I don't. That's when the lecture began. He said, oh, so you think you're better than everyone else? How I respectfully responded with no, just you. After that he got mad and I put my earbuds back in. There are cameras on my bus that sees what you do, so I knew I was safe. I could hear him talking, but not the words. After about 5 minutes from that point, it was my stop. He was still talking to me, so I just said, alright, get out my way, since I was done with this kid interrupting my emo tunes of the campfire song. My awful mother. I got this text from my mom. We haven't spoken in months because she has continuously lied to me and kept charging up the credit cards under my name that I found out about earlier this year. I asked her multiple times to close the accounts and pay them. She hasn't. One was over the limit. I chose to cut her out. I found out recently through my aunt that she has lied to the family about why we don't speak. I told my mom the extent that she has lied to her, and she was quiet. My dad's family is on my side, and so is the majority of my mom's, except her mom and my dad really defend her. My mom's family tends to hide shit under the rug. Hi. I miss you. I miss talking to you. I miss hearing about what you are doing and what is going on in your life. Although you have every right to be upset, I will acknowledge, and I'm sorry for my actions which I'm working to correct. Please understand that is not okay for you to disrespect me with they. You speak to me when you are upset. It just simply is not acceptable. If you cannot control yourself, then I guess we will continue to be estranged, which for me totally sucks, but I refuse to be mistreated. I'm hoping that this isn't the case and that we will work together to resolve our issues. I love you. This pissed me off. She tried to come off as a victim when she put me 4k in debt, fresh out of college. As if I don't have a right to be upset. Also, me being disrespectful is not apologizing. I got into a car crash and she called me to check in, so I politely returned the favor just to let her know I was alright. When she answered, she said, "Are you calling to apologize?" And she got upset when I said no, just to let you know I'm not dead, and hung up. That's the last time I've spoken directly to her. That's not in our family group chat. Pet owner surrender? Nah, I'll just let him go free. This isn't a traditional entitled parent story, but I consider animal owners parents of a sort, so I hope it fulfills the spirit, if not the letter of the law. My friend and I lived in close proximity to a dog park. It was super convenient as he could run his husky around multiple times a day. We were working on socializing our dog, so it gave us plenty of opportunity as well. We are fairly guarded around dogs she hasn't met before, as she's reacted violently if they invade her space before she's ready. One day we are chatting, my dog on one side of the fence and his on the other, and they are sniffing each other. This third dog trots up without their owner and gets a bit too close, and ours lets out a growl, so we pull her away and keep distance, but this dog really wants to meet her. We basically have to form a sort of human shield to keep them separate, all the while wondering where this dog came from. He had a collar, but no leash or harness. My friend goes and looks around and sees a guy getting into a beat up Corolla in the parking lot. He yells out and asks if it's his dog, and the guy hesitates for a minute before yelling back that he can't take care of him any longer. He's not in college anymore. He then starts his car and tears out of the lot. By this point my friend was close enough to get his license plate, so he comes back and attracts this dog with some treats he had on him. This frees me up to call animal control, and between us having the dog, who was chipped, and the license plate of the owner, they were able to collect the dog and said they'd charge the guy with a misdemeanor for animal abandonment. I'm just amazed at the level of entitlement that I can just leave my dog at the dog park and someone else will take care of them from now on. Also, what if it had been an aggressive dog